Let me see if make sure everything is everything. Let me make sure we live and we got audio. Present, share screen. Tab, search. All right, y'all just trying to make sure I got audio. But what I want to talk about today, man, welcome back. Y'all know it's been a minute since I've been doing these lives. I got to get on these lives a little more. But I just wanted to review the market, the DTF transfer market. Let me get my phone on so I can see, because when I share my screen, I can't see y'all questions or comments. Because when I share my screen, I can't see. Okay, let me turn the volume down here. Am I still on? Yeah. He's still running. Anyway, I don't know why my phone acting crazy. Phone's acting crazy to the live. All right, y'all. But yeah, I just wanted to review the market. I'm gonna be going back and forth just to see if I can see y'all comments. But when you type in DTF transfer, you see I've typed it in the search engine. The first ones that come up is Ninja Transfers. All right, Ninja Transfers. It's the first one pop up. And they've been spending a lot of bread advertising Ninja Transfers. If you in this industry, if you've Googled transfers before, or if you've seen transfers on your YouTube, you end up getting in this algorithm and you will see ninjatransfers.com. Type of one in the chat if you've seen ninjatransfers.com. I was thinking that they had something to do with so let's look at the price. I was thinking they had something to do with the other brother influencer that has the Ninja Hustle or Ninja Brand or something like that. I forget the brother's name. But let's order transfers. Let's order transfers by gang. Gang. All right. They got 8 reviews, 5-star reviews, which is pretty good. A lot of times, man, people don't review until they having a problem. A lot of times. So don't let the reviews scare y'all. All right, we did get a 1 there. Uh-oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Share this tab instead. View tab, StreamYard.com. Stop sharing. Do y'all see the Ninja? Let me make sure. Okay, y'all see the Ninja. All right, gang sheet. Let's do 22 by 2 feet, okay? 22 by 2 feet is $29.99. It's $30. Now, okay, you say you like me, you got an L1800, or you got a desktop printer already. Out your desktop printer, or if those who are looking for just the cheapest printer that they can get, that can kind of work, that will work for at least 3 to 4 months or 4 to 6 months. And then you have to, get you a print head or something like that. But we gonna show you some of the value in still having that smaller printer. So Ninja Transfers spends a lot of money advertising, and we see here this thing is kind of pricey because a A3 Plus sheet, we talking about 13 by 19 sheet, is what you're going to usually be printing on those desktops. Me personally, I use a full sheet. Most times when I'm using a sheet, it's a full sheet. My designs are full sheet. I try to fill up the shirt, much as I can, but I'm limited to the size sheet. So 13 by 19, if my design is that, out of this sheet, if I turn it sideways, my image sideways, I get 2 prints. So 2 prints at $29.99, we're at $15 per print. Now, If I could make $15 per transfer print, I would be selling transfers. I would be selling them things. If I can make $15 per print, but where's that putting you? $15 for your print, and then $2 or let's say $4 for your shirt. You at $19. You at $19. And this was one of the issues that we were having, that a lot of people were saying about Supercolor. But I don't even think Supercolor is that high. I've never looked, but I don't even think Supercolor is that high. Now, compare this to the fact that you have an L1800. You have, probably, the lowest, one of the lower tier printers in the market. You're still printing that same transfer under $1. So you can buy the transfer from them for $15, or you can print it yourself for under $1. You see where we at? Like that's just a major gap there. All right, it's a major gap there. Let's look at 20 feet. Let's go to the biggest one. 20 feet. All right. So 20 feet, we gonna get 20 transfers. 20 transfers at 150 is, a little over $7 a transfer. And when I was selling transfer, I was selling transfers for $8 a sheet when I was selling them. For $7, I probably would still be, if I can get $150, I probably would still sell transfers. It's still a good place to sell transfers. That's an excellent place to sell transfers. But again, they've put so much money into marketing, their prices, seem a bit high. But at the same time, you can print these things out. You can print you a sheet out for under $1. You can print that same sheet out for under $1. So at 22 inches and 20 feet, you're going to get 13. You're going to get 20 13 by 19 sheets, basically. All right. You're going to get 20 13 by 19 sheets, which is 20 designs, and you're a little over $7. Again, you can still print these things out yourself. Y'all see me print out 50 transfers. Y'all see me print out 30 transfers. Now, is it worth the time, though? At $7, is it worth me printing them myself? Printing the 20 sheets myself for under $1, or should I just go and pay the $7, the $7.50, let's say, to buy the transfers? Well, let's look at the map. Your L1800, though it's probably the slowest printer on the market, you still get 4 prints per sheet. You get 4 prints. I mean, not per sheet, but 4 prints an hour you can get on that machine, depending on your design. If it's a full sheet design, because I do a lot of heavy designs. But at its fullest is 4, you get 4 sheets per hour, right? So in 5 hours, you can have those 20 sheets out. Okay? Those 5 hours, and then you just hitting the print button. Then you can, if you make sure the ink's coming out, boom, 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 and then you can go on your way and start doing something else. All right, it's not a 5 hour where you just sitting in front of that printer. You can go do something else, come back in 15-20 minutes, shake the powder on that thing, and then sit it to the side. You want to cook them all at the same time. A lot of times I cook mine at the same time. I don't do one and then cook that one and then do another one. I do about 10 of them and then get the heat press up, for power purposes and not wasting electricity. Because once you get that heat press hot, and once he get the temperature, he gonna cook them things quick. Pop, 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 pop. It's not gonna be, But if you cutting it off and on and off and on, man, that thing has to be sitting up under there 15-20 minutes before it start cooking that stuff. But for me, I would print it myself. I wouldn't pay $150. I could save that $150. I'd rather have that $150 and sit in front of that machine. Me personally. All right, it just depends on where you at and what you're doing and how much you got going. But me personally, I'll print those sheets out myself. I would want to print them out myself rather than add $150 to my order. You know what I'm saying? Because still at $7 and you paying $4 for the shirt, you at $11. How much you charging? How much you charging for 20 shirts? Maybe $15. Let's say you charging $15 for 20 shirts, full sheets, and then you're paying $7 a sheet, $4, $11, $4 per shirt. On the 20, you made $80. So you made $80 in what, an hour, which is still good, which is still plush. Probably took you an hour to press them shirts, to cut them gang sheets up and print them. You still making $4 a shirt. But well, no, wait a minute. Let me go back. Well, you still making it $4 a shirt. You boom, 11, 15, $4. Yeah, you making $4 a shirt off of that order. Now, if you did it yourself, and $4, $5, you're making $10 a shirt. But it took you 5 hours. You making $10 a shirt, but it took you 5 hours. You made $200, but it took you 5 hours. All right. So you gotta measure that thing. And again, you're not just sitting there, you're printing, you're doing something else, but it just depends on where you at. If you got a lot going on, then you don't want to do that. You want to just buy the transfers and make the $4. But if you're not very busy, you don't have 500 shirts to do today, and you need every dime, you trying to build something, you need every dime that come through, then you probably want to print them things out yourself, and make the $10 per shirt, and total out at the 200 mark. You know what I'm saying? Rather than you had $300 come in at $15. Yeah, you had $300 come in, and you only made 80 off of it. You know what I'm saying? You only made 80. You was only able to pull $80 off of it rather than 200. All right. So it all depends. It all depends on how much work you're trying to do and your financial situation. Time is money. Absolutely. What's up, NorCal? Yeah, man. Absolutely. So, it's, hey, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad if somebody was to buy a desktop. Like I said, for me personally, I don't just have a fleet of shirts. I'm not just backed up with orders. So I'll just sit down and get the 120, because I can have stuff and I can print that sheet out. Those 15 minutes, I can get some on the embroidery machine, and I can maybe get 2-3 hats done, rotated by the time that sheet come out. Then I go over to the sheet, or get my niece and nephew to maybe wash that thing, and then just sit it to the side so I can get hold to it. I wouldn't even trust these jokers touch, man. One time I tried to get them jokers to help me, man. It cost me so much pain and grief. But yeah, at the best, the 22 to 20 feet, you get 20 sheets. All right. So we just gonna look at if it's anybody doing 22 feet. 22 by per feet, you get a sheet. All right, from a A3 sheet. Let's go back here. Share this tab instead. Let's go back here. Let's look up another company. I seen another company yesterday. Who was that company? Man, it was CD something. But it don't matter. All right, let's go here. One Stop Solution. One Stop Solution. Share this tab instead. Let me make sure y'all looking at what I'm seeing. Okay, yeah. I hope they just give us price. I hate when folks have to. They want you to log in 8 inches. Come on, man, 11 inches. So they really ain't even in the game. This somebody with a little bitty. Yes, this somebody with a smaller printer, and we can't use this, y'all. They only letting us do 11 inches wide. Nah, we can't use them. And these are people trying to sell transfers. You like I say, man, you can't. It's gonna be hard for you to try to sell transfers. Um, it's gonna be hard for you to try to sell transfers. Hold on, let me share my screen again. With those small desktops, man, it's gonna be hard to do that. It's gonna be extremely hard to do that. Let's see if we can get another one here. Shop All American transfers. I don't want to go to Etsy. Atlanta Vinyl Store DTF sale transfers. Let me see how wide they going. Oh no, they selling their own. And that's another thing I've been seeing people doing is, even if you even if you're not, you just buying a boatload of transfers for stuff like St. Patrick's Day. Do you have your St. Patrick's Day stuff going? I didn't share that screen with y'all, but it wasn't what we needed. They were just selling already done transfers. But I had seen another one. DTF, order DTF transfers. I had seen another one that was pretty. It was on the opposite spectrum. They were pretty. They were pretty cheap. Heat transfer. Nah, we don't want to go there. I don't know, y'all. I don't see. Well, we got Vistaprint. We know that's a major company. Custom transfers. Customtransfers.com. Everybody got to explain this. This thing is still new. 22 by 12. No, 22 by 24. That's a 22 by 2 feet, $12. All right, hold on. Share this tab instead. I'm sorry, y'all. Share this tab instead. Make sure y'all seeing what I'm seeing. All right. 22 by 24, $12. All right, so you're going to get two sheets. You're going to get two sheets or two designs, pretty much. Two full 13 by 19 designs. That's how I'm looking at this stuff. You get two full sheets for $12. All right, $6 a piece. Now, look at this. 22 by 120 inches, which is 12 sheets. No, 10 sheets. It's 10 sheets. That's the same price. They didn't do nothing. They ain't give you no break on that. Yeah, they ain't giving no break. They $6. They $6 down the line. All right. They $6 down the line. So even if you get 2 feet, I don't even see the purpose. Even if you get 2 feet, it's $6 a wop. If you get 10 feet at the 120, it's still $6 a wop. $6 per print. All right. Versus you can print it yourself for under $1, 15 minutes. But again, time is money. It just depends on where you at. If you got the time to do it, hey, do it. But again, we see too that it's still money to be made. All right, it's still money to be made, even if because really, let's say that I always talk about it because that's what I have. But you got an L1800, you shouldn't have paid no more than $1,500 for it. All right, it should be under $1,500. We go back to the example that we had with the 20 sheets. You did that for those 5 hours. You made $120. The machine made you $120, but you had to do, you had to print it yourself. And it shows you that, again, in 10 orders like that, you should have that machine paid off. It shouldn't be something that, I done had the machine 5-6 months and I haven't, and I really only printed this much. That's it. You threw it in. And again, the L1800 is so good because it's cheap. The print head is cheap. The print head, like when I first got it, it was like $80. Now I done jumped up to 150 because everybody, so many jokers out here with this darn with these printers, and there's so many companies that are using these printers. And so that's where we at with the high end. People are gonna charge you up to $15 per sheet. You know what I'm saying? On the high end. If they doing a lot of marketing, you seeing these folks all over the place, they're gonna charge you 50. You're gonna be probably paying $15 per sheet. And I think that is just no way you should be doing that. Unless your shirts are about $50, $40, stuff like that. But my average shirt is about $35, $40. I could still win with that, but I'm not gonna, I don't have the sales. If I had the sales and I was pushing them shirts out like that, I could get somebody else to do it, but I would still get it, you still can get it cheaper than that with people who have these things, in-house or trying to fight, through these markets. So you may have to just do some looking, and so forth. Gang sheet is only $12, our minimum. Additional size gang sheets available in drop menu. Discounts apply when ordering in bulk for 400 square feet. But yeah, that's where we at with that, y'all. That's where we at. Let me see if we got any comments. Yeah, they playing. But let's look at also here. I also want to share this with y'all, and then I'm gonna get off here. Hold on one second. Let me get all of these tabs off of here. But that's what it costs too for marketing, man. A lot of folks are doing, heavy marketing, so their price gotta be at that range. I don't know who behind that company, but they spending a lot of bread on marketing. I just want to show y'all some of the best hoodie that I've ever had my hands on. All right, I just want to show y'all that the best hoodie I've ever had my hands on and where you can get it. Now I would say too that these people may can y'all see that? Make sure y'all can see that. All right, this is SNS Apparel. SNSapparel.com. All right, and I found this hoodie. I started doing these. I'm finna start doing these things where let you put your face on it and put logos on each side of the sleeves and all that stuff. I'm finna start doing those, and I was looking for a good quality hoodie because these hoodies are gonna be, or crew necks are gonna be over $100. So I was looking for something decent. So people aren't just, hey man, it's a gild, and people know. Listen, gilding. It's people when people see gilding, they they like You know what I'm saying? They know that you went that cheap route to get them that shirt or that they don't like gilding. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Somebody that's spending some money, they don't want to see that gilding. They don't want to see that Bella. You gotta throw them off, give them something they ain't never seen, or just take the label off, period. You know what I'm saying? I need to start getting better with that, but I don't be caring, But I gotta do more branding with some of my stuff, and do the tag labels and all that. But these are hats here that this company has. Now, I found this hoodie and I found these hats. If y'all see me do I did the fitted hat when I did the new technique with the embroidering on the hats. I did the fitted hat. This was one of their hats also. All right, it was a fitted, but it was like that one size. It had a ram. It had a stretch band in the back, so it was like medium large, extra large. But it's fitted though. But you see the hats here, $350 a hat. And I got this stuff. I seen this in the beauty supply store. I seen this in the beauty supply store. Let's go to the Fleece, right? Let's go to Fleece here. And you're going to need a business license, y'all. You're going to need a business license to get access to this. You need to be doing, you trying to start a business, man, go ahead and spend that little bread. It don't cost much, man. Spend that little bread and get your stuff legitimized so you can get some tax breaks and you can get some And you can get access to these things. This is the hoodie here. Now you see it says $72, but don't be afraid of that. Oh wait, I'm sorry, y'all. View tab. Okay, let me make sure y'all seeing what I'm saying. Okay, y'all seeing what I'm saying. Yeah, man. Hey, this something about that gilding, boy. They be like, oh my goodness, man. It's a that's what like when I did a sample for this brother on this for this sweater, for this hoodie, and he said, man, it ain't no gilding, is it? I said, nah, it's a good hoodie, man. I ain't get the gilding. I ain't put the gilding on it. It's a solid hoodie. This here is the hoodie. You see it says $72, but the unit is per pack. All right, it's per pack. It don't look like they have a lot of these either. But y'all see the colors there. Very thick, man. Very thick, but it got like a little shine on it. But they $12 a piece, but you gotta buy a pack, and I think it's 6 per pack. So a large pack, which it seems like they only got 2 of these, a large pack is gonna cost you $72, but you're gonna get 6 larges inside of that pack. All right, so you're still only paying $70, but you know you got to be loaded up, and you got to really put your foot down and say, okay, I'm finna start getting these things. But if you see them in a beauty supply store, if you see them, it's kind of, I want to say it's kind of a Indian market, and they're distributing that stuff to these folks. But this is where they're getting the hats from. This is where they're getting the shirts from. The hats you can individually buy, but stuff like this. Let me show y'all also. Let's go back to Fleece here and make sure y'all still seeing what I'm seeing. All right, we go to Fleece. The jumpsuits. Look at the jumpsuits. The black one sold out. But don't let that 114. That's a big and tall solid fleece. I say, man, that hoodie was so crazy, man. I could barely hoop it. I could barely hoop it, man. That darn hoodie was so fat and fluffy, man. And what I said, the jumpsuits, y'all, the jumpsuits. All right, let's just look at this one here. All right, 120. Don't let that deter you. Again, you got the 6 packs. It's coming in. You getting 6 per pack. All right. So if you order a large or medium for 120, you're getting 6 at $20 a piece, at 20 cents a piece. You know what I'm saying? So ideally, you would just want to get, medium, large, extra large, large. You would probably want to buy it just like this, just like it's saying 2 of the extra large, because it's more of a common size. And 1, 2, 6, yeah. So you'll be spending $720, but that'll start you. That'll get you going, and you at $20. You at $20 a pop, and you can get these suits off for a good price, man. I don't know, anywhere from 75 to on the low end to maybe 150, 125. Just depends on what you put on it. But if you got the blank canvas at 20, and you are embroider, or you are or if you are buying transfers or whatever the case, or even vinyl, I don't like to see that on there though. I think just embroidery just looks the best on these suits, man. It just gives the most value to these suits. But you see here, y'all. All right, so it's just like, this ain't your main go-to, but it is, if you don't, you kind of suspect about Alibaba. Look at that with the varsity jacket jogger. Come on, man. I got to have that. I got to have that next year, man. I got to have that. I ain't even see that. And embroidery will set that off. But again, you at $20. Man, listen, I'll take the jacket. You ain't got to give me the pants. I'll take the jacket by itself. You give me that jacket for $20. Are we sold out? Oh no, we not sold out. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's cold. That's cold. But Access Apparel, ACC, well, y'all see it up there. ACC, ESSapparel.com. Again, I don't know about none of this other stuff and how the quality of this other stuff. I just know, and I'm gonna tell you how much I paid for that. I paid $24 in that beauty supply store for that hoodie. I happily paid $24. I would have been, well, I was biting my teeth. I was grinning my teeth, but I knew I wasn't gonna find nothing better around locally. You know what I'm saying? You're not finna go to Joann's and find that quality. You're not finna go to Hobby Lobby and find that quality. That quality would have to be ordered somewhere, and it have to be researched for you to beat that quality. I'm not saying it's I'm just saying it's the best that I've touched, and I've touched a lot of hoodies and zip up hoodies. I've touched a lot of them, but you're not go. I haven't found one as thick as that one. On no Jiffy, and this was going to Detroit, so they have to have they want their stuff. They want that up north. They need protection. They need to get cold out there. Maybe if you down south or on the West Coast, you can get something a little thinner. They're not gonna like that heavy thing, but when you going north, they're gonna want them things to be heavy, man. But this is a good place, y'all. You can mark that thing down. You can mark that down for one of your little stop shops where you can pick some stuff up, man, and save some money. That's how I was getting those. I seen the gas station, they was selling these. They still do. But I found the actual warehouse this time, but they were selling them shirts for $5. No, they were selling them for like $7.99 or something like that, man. But I ended up getting them shirts all sizes. It didn't matter the size. And see, here it don't matter the size. The 3X is $20 a piece. Also, the 2X is $20 a piece. And so that's why you go here. You get and shirts. Some of them little hood shirts y'all be seeing out here. This is where it's coming from, y'all. You got the polos. And I might mess with the polos. I might just do a little check, just do a little heat check. But you see all these little shirts, anything possible, they marketing towards us. Unit price $7 a piece. Or $7, you can put it in your shop. You can double up. This is all meant for you to double up. It's all stayed there for you to double up. All right, it's $6 per pack. Play the game, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Jean jacket. Oh man. Search twill jackets. Okay, what is this? Man, unit price $17.50 per piece. $17.50. Yeah, I gotta get on this. I gotta get on this. I gotta get on this ASAP. Really, ASAP Rocky, and do the jean. No, stretch twill jackets. It's just the jacket. I think it's just the jacket. It may be just a wait. Matches with pants. Even at just the jacket, $17 ain't bad. Stretch twill pants. Yeah, so the pants are separate. The pants are separate. Yeah, the pants are separate. But again, y'all, you wonder where you get this stuff from? These are some very cheap prices. Like this is probably matching up with about maybe an Alibaba once you tally in that darn shipping. Once you tally that in, but this ain't been tallied in. The shipping ain't been tallied in here either. But yeah, jean jacket for $17. That is not bad at all, my good friends. But that's all I wanted to give y'all. Let me stop sharing. The company's name is Access. Let me put it in there. Access Apparel. Access Apparel. Access Apparel. Make sure I spell that right. .com. AccessApparel.com. But again, you need a business license. That's some of the benefits of getting that business license, man. Where you gonna get a jean jacket for $17? Where you gonna get hoodies for $12? And it's a double up. It's a double up before you even put anything on it. It's a double, like you could sell the jean jacket for $29.99. It's a double up for you and put up, but that's what it's for, and that's why they're making you buy. You gotta buy. It's 6 in each pack. You know what I'm saying? Even when I went to that other shop when I was getting my t-shirts, my larger size t-shirts, I was only getting like 2X to 6X from that shop because they were still all the same price. And so instead of me, but they ran a little smaller. All right, so for anybody ordered a 2X, I would give them a 3X. Anybody ordered 3X, I'll give them a 4X. That hoodie that I bought was an XL, and I wear like a XL 2X, and I was able to, you know, fit that hoodie comfortably, that XL. So it's about right, but I still would, you know, yeah, it may be a little smaller, but it fit all right. But just for, you know, if you had to wash that thing or something like that, I don't know how that holds up with the washing and so forth. I just know that on feel, on touch, on view, when you give that to somebody, they gonna go crazy. You know, they went crazy. My customer went crazy through the phone. He seen it through the phone, and it's a deep black. It's a deep black with this little glisten on it, man. But those are the best that I seen, man. And that's a plug there, man. Get your business license, man. Just go and register that company, man. Get your business license. If you don't do nothing else, get your business license. Get your what do they call that thing, man, for your tax credit? It's not a I don't think it's a reseller license. Hold on, I forget what that's called, but they gonna want that too. But you give it to them, but a lot of companies even want to see the certificate, man, the tax certificate. But if you just got the number, man, that'll get you through there. They may not give you the tax break, but that'll at least get you through so that you can or start ordering. Tax ID. To a tax ID. Sales tax, But yeah, man, that's all I wanted to give y'all, man. You know, I know it's been a little hectic, man, these last couple of days. Trying to get a lot of heavy orders, a lot of fine detail orders that are, you know, where I have to sit down. I'm doing a lot of sewing. So I ain't been able to get on here, but I do have a lot of footage, man. So I'm be uploading like just some sample stuff, man, and just over talking some of the, you know, some of the stuff, some of the details, and some of the stuff that I was doing. So I'll probably even load something up a little later today. But appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all sitting in there watching with me. You know, I definitely do some more of these lives and some of these reviews on some of this stuff, because I see people bringing in they bringing these so-called, these quote unquote new DTF machines, and they supposed to have new technology, but there is no new technology, people. Do not be sold on that. Also, let me just give y'all this real quick. That Epson, Racoma Racoma sent me the email with their new pricing on it. I may do a short for this, but since y'all here, on the price of that DTF machine, I'm sorry. I mean, it was quoted at about $272 a month. Now they quote that my 1501 at $225. It's $225 a month, zero financing. So, and that's 15 to 16K. So at $272, that printer is probably around 20 to 23, maybe around 20 to 23. And that ain't crazy. That's not crazy, y'all, to be 100, because if you was to buy it overseas, you'll probably be at about 13 to 15. So they added another 7 on there. They probably giving you supplies that's worth of maybe about 2. So you probably overpriced about 6 to 5,000 is what you paying extra or what you maybe paying if you want to say for customer service. But at the same time, y'all, if you can't talk to nobody through no print. I did customer service for like 2 days for this company that was selling the L1800. You can't talk to nobody. You can't talk to nobody through trying to get that white ink out. you can't. You can just tell them, hey, man, you may need a new print head. You need to change the dampers. You're not gonna get a lot of information. Most of your information is gonna be in the forums where people struggle, and people figure these things out themselves, or through certain videos and stuff like that. That's why the L1800, another reason, is good too, because it's just so much. It's been out here so long. It's so much information on it. What's the best embroidery machine to purchase to add to my business? Well, it depends. It depends on the best. It depends on what you're looking for. All right, the best I've heard is the Barrington. Is the absolute best machine. So if you're looking for the best machine, or you're looking for the best bang for your buck type of machine, it just depends on where you at in your embroidery. Really, the Cadillacs, you really don't need the Cadillacs until you really firmly footed in the embroidery game. All right, you don't really need you got to work your way up to because the Cadillacs is gonna cost you maybe 25 to 35 per head, 1,000 per head. I seen someone get a 6 head for 80,000. But the Barringtons is just when you're just really, you really firmly gripped into this thing. If you just starting out, man, I probably bet, like, if you just starting out, I probably would get a buy. I ain't gonna flex. I would get a buy, and then once I really need something else and my business is really established, I'll get something a little more solid, like a Tajima or a ZSK, or even a Barrington. You know what I'm saying? Or even a Barrington. Like me, I had three heads, and I got a little smaller one of those brothers, what's that SE625. Well, he said the single head Barrington will set you back $17K. At $17K, I probably would get a Barrington. If I can get one for $17K, if I can get a new Barrington for $17K, I probably would. I paid 15, 16 for a Racoma. So at $17K, I probably would get a single head. But I seen some stuff, man. That's what I'm saying. I seen so much stuff. That's why I gotta get on here and talk to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that 2-head buy is a monster. For $7K, for $7,000 to get 2 heads, or even the single head, which is about $4,500. Man, it's you can't beat it, man. I'm an Alibaba-ist. I just don't like being. Now that I know the data plug, I don't really like being middleman, man. If you look like me looking at my buy in my Racoma, it's the exact same shell. All right. The only difference between these machines is probably motors. Motors are the main motors, and a little of the design on how low this frame can come down on these hats. But the motor is the biggest difference. And if it's made in China, you're getting a Chinese motor. If it's made in Germany, you're getting a German motor. If it's made in Japan, you're getting a Japanese motor. And these motors supposed to be better, a little stronger, a little more endured than the Chinese motors. But again, man, it just depends on where you at. And I would look at people who's really doing it. See, if you want to get a DTF machine, look at the people who's really selling transfers day to day. All right, there's a couple of people. I'm gonna give y'all some of these YouTubers that I see that's what their channel is. Their channel is running that print DTF machine all day. A lot of these companies ain't gonna do that. Brother says German machines are kind of overrated. Yeah, maybe. I ain't touched none of these machines, so I don't know. I just know what the consensus is. I talked to these folks from Happy, And I asked them, well, first they tried to act like they was finna, hey man, you want to sample a machine? I'm like, yeah, I want to sample that thing. And send that thing, I'm thinking they finna send that machine. They wanted me to go in some video chat and all that with the machine already. I was like, nah, I'm good on that. But tell me what the difference is. And he was just saying that they're made in Japan. They have a Japanese motor in there, and that's what makes them better. And if it, the video that they showed me when it was doing I forget what machine they had. It might have been a Racoma that they had racing it, and they were neck and neck. But when it came to the part where the satin stitch was too wide, you know how the satin stitch will be so wide that it'll clone, clone, clone. It's jumping back to forth, back to forth, back to forth, back to forth. That's where the Japanese machine. It was just still pushing through that. It was just boom, 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 boom. But a lot of times when you have a wide satin stitch, your machine is going to slow up. It's going to slow down. But depending on what kind of motor or what kind of, the guts that you have inside your machine determines on how slow it's going to slow down. Some will slow down to 400. I did the shirt. I had it at 800. The shirt I just did yesterday, I did an applique, and it slowed down to do that satin stitch to 400. Now another machine might have slowed down to maybe 650. All right, and so it's gonna get the stuff out faster. That's what you're looking at when the motor. But do you need that in the beginning? Do you need that? That big difference in the beginning? Probably not. Probably not. You just need to get the job done, man. If you can run that thing at 800, 900, even 650, like Racoma tell you, hey man, run them hats at anywhere from 550 to 650. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you pushing that thing like that, and you shouldn't. And you shouldn't do that. That's wisdom. That's wisdom. So yeah, man, buy is a decent machine, man. They do have online. I was searching for stuff last night about 2:00 in the morning on Alibaba, man, and every company I was going to, they had the live up. They were live. So I'm trying to just look at the pricing. They trying to invite me to the live. And Buy does these shows pretty much every night where they're live, but they're on the other side of the planet. So you have to catch their lives at 2:00 in the morning, 3:00 in the morning if you wanna ask questions and so forth. They're copying exactly what they're doing, what they do in the States. Is just they try to, they in competition too. They just like they making them. It's just like the Jordans, man. The Jordans are made in China. It's just they'll make the same shoe, but they'll change a few things, and they'll make things that probably aren't as quality. They'll use certain pieces and threads. It's probably not as quality, but far as walking in the shoe, it's a shoe. The shoes are probably gonna last about the same amount of time. It's just there's certain differences in there to differentiate the shoe from, or where Jordan is a little more quality with the reflection and maybe the ball has a little more glue. If it has one of those little Air Max balls in the back, it maybe have a little more glue. Well, that's just the game, man. That's the game. They over there making the machines for other companies, and they making them for themselves too, and they end up selling them. But I think even Buy is a middleman. I think really they're not making a lot of money on their machines. They're making the money on, as soon as you get that machine home and you get it set up, hey, this is where you need to buy your products from. And selling thread and backing and all of that stuff. They want you to buy that stuff from them. That thing is like Richwood. Richwood.com or whatever. But the other companies, if they getting them, because they getting them for $3,000-$4,000 and they selling them for 15, through the financing company, but they probably still ain't getting but maybe 10, because they a lot of this stuff is being financed. So the banks are taking risks with you. So but and the advertising, they have to put it at that price. They have to put it at about 15. With all that being said. But buy the best bang for your buck. If you want something that's stable and you in your print shop, or you already got the business going. If you don't have the business going, man, get you a buy. But if you got the business going already and you need something dependable, you know you about to be 10, 15, 20 years in this game, um, and you want something that'll hold its value, that you can resell, you can upgrade, or you can get off easily. If you want out, then yeah, man, get you one of them Cadillacs. Get you a Barrett, ZSK, whatever, whatever them top dogs is, get that. But if you where I'm at, hey man, I get you a buy. If I had to do it all again, I wouldn't have nothing but buys in here. Or some of these other ones, I wouldn't put buy over these over. I think all the machines over there probably you can probably do what you need to do. But again, man, it's really it's just really you learning how to use these machines. You know what I'm saying? We can make these machines terrible. It's all about you learning how to use them. But with that, man, if anybody got anything else, any other questions, we can get to it. But outside of that, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get off. They sent a red line for 45. Yeah, yeah. I would. Man, I'm telling you, it probably works. Like I said, but if you've never done embroidery, um, man, you gonna tear it. Even if you got a Barrett, you gonna tear it up. Even if you got one of the Cadillacs, because a lot of this stuff comes down to the hooping and you're setting the machine up. And a lot of these other machines, they don't have, like, I was looking at somebody comparing Racoma and Melcro, and that the Melcro don't have the computer. And so you gotta have a laptop connected to the computer to be that little screen. For me, that's I don't even want it. For me, that's a no-go. I don't want it. I don't wanna have my I don't want my machine connected to no printer. To no computer. I don't want to do that. I'm too used to having that screen. And that's probably why Melcro has the auto tensioning. That's probably what they substituted. Because you probably have to put you probably got to put a board in there. You probably have to put some kind of chip in there to have that, instead of having your another chip that's connected to have you a screen. You probably put a chip in there. To do the auto tensioning. And that's not. I got it now you on the screen and you trying to do the auto tension, and you trying to tension and change the colors on your laptop. I don't want to do that. That's a no-go for me. That's a red flag for me. When I seen that. And it's just so much other stuff that Melcro. It has a unique design to it. I give it that. But it's just so many other things you gotta do, man, to set that thing up. That's just manual. But the manual maybe help the machine where last longer, where you ain't not worried about the electronic aspect of it too much. But nah, I don't want to do that. No experience with embroidery, yeah, brother. Get you one of them. Hit that Alibaba. I know the safest thing on Alibaba is that buy. To me, man, I think they one of the biggest companies for selling machines on Alibaba right now. I think they leading the way with that. And you got people on YouTube, like myself, that are using them, so you can get some help, man. There's some people out there and I'm gonna, problems gonna come. Ain't no getting around it. Problems gonna come, but like I had a needle break. Man, I gotta show you. Man, I had a needle, the trim. I had a needle where the needle did the trim. Somehow the trim took the needle with the thread and broke the needle. It was like it was off. It was like the timing was off. And to fix this, it wasn't nothing you did manually. It's something that you go into the system to actually do. You go into settings. It'll take you 10 seconds to get it back. But you go into the settings and you hit test trim. All right, and that will bring your little trim needle out. Then you hit it again. It will bring it back in just to reset it, and then you good to go. It just says the trim is not in place. On the Racoma, sometimes you can just turn the knob and it'll pop back up and everything will be all right. But I'll show y'all that. I do a short video on that too once if people keep asking about that by. But Ox said get that 2 head by. Some people may not want to jump out there with the 2, man. Some people may need just, like I had my cousin, she was asking me about it. And I was, I was saying, yeah, because I went there just about a 1, but they only had the 2 in Atlanta that I could pick up that same day. I could buy it and pick it up in Atlanta that day. So, and it was only like an extra 2,000, so I got the 2. But I was only looking for a single head to be 100. But the 2 is the best bang for your buck, man. At 7K, 8K. It is the best bang for your buck, but you can't get a single one for just like that red line for 45. Just do your research, man, and make sure you see people online that are getting these things and having these things delivered in. It's stuff that happens with this cargo. Stuff gets stuck in certain places, man. And I seen this company, the brothers who do the God is Dope. They done made a fortune off of that God is Dope shirts. But one of my buddies in Atlanta, they was going to SNS. They were going to SNS. I forget what it's called, SNS Active or SNS Apparel. SNS, and they went to Alpha Broader in Atlanta, and God is Dope done bought all the shirts. They bought all the t-shirts. And well, not all of them, but the majority of the shirts that we need to run our business, God is Dope has bought those shirts. Why have they bought those shirts? Because the Chinese manufacturer couldn't get it over here. It's getting stuck in cargo. It's not getting here fast enough. And so now they got a price point where they've been selling these shirts for $5, $6 because they've been totally manufactured in China. And now you can't get them, or they're stuck, or you having to wait an extra 2-3 weeks to get them in. Now it's problematic. Now, are you really making money? So even if you're buying, 10,000 shirts, let's say you're getting them for $1, but now you got to print them yourself. And so, maybe you getting them shirts in made at $1. Made at $150, we already printed, already sealed up, but now you're having to pay, $1 to $2 per shirt, and now you still got to sit up here and you got to try to print 10,000 shirts, or you got to pay more than likely you're gonna have to pay. I'm sure they probably not. I'm sure they've been so out of the game where they just been letting these folks manufacture that they not set up to do nothing like that. So they have to go to a major company and bring them those t-shirts, because they trying to save as much money as they can, because the screen printer gonna charge them $3 a shirt. So they got to bring them shirts into that shop and get that shop to do them shirts. They're actually losing money at that point, but they got to keep the business going. They got to get these orders out. But these are some of the mishaps. These are some of the problems that come with this thing, man. It's just, even at all levels. So you can't be too dependent on nobody, even yourself, because, machines break, man. Machines break. I got a video I'm putting on y'all, me changing the motherboard. I just had to change the motherboard on my L1800. So, these things happen. These things are that's why I tell you to get extra parts. That's why your embroidery machine, you get an embroidery machine, it's going to come with all kind of extra parts and extra pieces and all the tools that come in that little toolbox. You could use those tools to open these machines up. You're going to fix these machines. They're going to talk you on how to fix these machines yourself. All right, yourself. I seen another brother say he had a Velcro. And he ended up just having to he needed another. They said they needed another motherboard. And he had just got it. And he said he needed another motherboard. But things happen on these cargo ships. Things, maybe it got wet. I don't know. But he ended up just upgrading to a better, bigger machine, a bigger Velcro. And that's one good thing about Velcro, because even with the computer, you can put all the machines on that computer. And I want to say, if it can do this, if it can, once you connect all of those, if you had 8 Velcros, you can connect them to all to each other, and they could run like a 8-head, like a single, like an 8-head machine, and they all could run at the same time doing the same thing. That'll be dope. But still, if you're paying 16, 17 for each one, you don't really get the benefit or the price benefit of having a multi-head with one brain. Because like I said, it'll be a lot cheaper. At that point, if you got 7 of them, you had like 160K. And man, you can get, ain't nothing you can't get as far as embroidery with 200K on machines. But anyway, y'all, man, I hope these things helped y'all, man. Like, again, it's just a little chop up, just a little chop up with y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here and try to get some work done, and I'll talk to y'all a little later. Y'all keep printing. Finny Prince is out.